Yay, now it's live.
Yay! Interesting. That's really strange. We weren't talking about a thing.
We weren't talking about a thing, please, I'll get fired.
That's okay. We got no one here to begin with anyway. That's true. Fair enough. They won't find anything because I'll delete the video. I am. Anyway, welcome to Dragons Brew D&D. Once again, I am your host, Dragons and Cats, and we'll start a round with our players. Belvin, what did you just say? I missed that.
So Brad playing Belvin, Human Paladin. Last session, we finished, or making our way through a magical hedge maze, and yeah, and then we made it to the castle we needed to go.
And as we got there, a wonderful Viridian knight came along and just threw out a whole bunch of, love and a sub, and everyone gets 3 luck die each.
Oh shit.
And massive love, thank you for the subscription. But also, tell me what happened last session when you got to that castle. In your own words.
I will just say, the way we found the castle was pretty interesting because we'd been in this hedge maze for the last 2 sessions, 3 sessions at least. And the only reason we got out it was because we went through the hedge and not through the paths.
Yes.
But when we did get through, actually I'll introduce myself. Hi, I'm Viridian Knight. I'm playing on Tease. I'm also playing with Red Velvet Oreos and Fireball. That's just me. I also have small pods and matcha pocky.
Yeah, snacks.
We came across this town in which everyone was pretty defensive and no one seemed to really warm up to us. Pun not intended, because we're on. And we came across this Dragonborn who was was she the leader of the guard? Is that kind of it? She was kind of like a guard to this town?
More like the leader of the town proper.
Yeah. Who may or may not have implied that Antis was her child that was taken away.
Correct.
And from there we were led to a room in which we were told, just go to the lounge.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll find Kashan. But that was also implying that we were cultists and we knew where we were going, where we didn't. And I will let other tieflings.
And that...
I'm also a draconic soul sorcerer tiefling dragon hybrid. That's important.
Especially right now.
Very important.
Next up, Boneweave. Also, thank you for the subscription. That's another...
That is 2 3/4 years. In fact.
That is a long time.
3 years.
That is a long, long time. So that's another luck die for everyone.
It's a long time of me dealing with.
That's mine. That's me. Anyway, tell me what happened after you got inside the tower there.
I'm Luke, playing Casimir, the Tiefling Illusion Wizard. So, we went through the town, and we got to the tower, which has a magical elevator. So we got told to go to the lounge. And basically we were pressing all the buttons to find out where Kashan was. And we ended up in a waiting room where there was a tiefling.
Very rugged, handsome tiefling, full beard, horns slicked back, black hair.
Oh, what about the other tiefling? We're not talking about me now.
Yeah, we are. We are. This is your POV.
And I think he was Antise's father.
Yes, there was a
Whereas Antise had gone missing after getting involved with Kashan, who we had found.
Indeed.
And the rest is vague, because I think that's where we ended.
Yes, we ended a little bit after. After
He gave Antise a sword,
That's right.
and then we went all the way down the tower.
Yep. So
to
when
like this weird workshoppy thing where shit had obviously gone down because there was blood or
sludge.
red sludge, which had also been a thing that Antise had seen before. And then it was space.
Yes. Now
We walked into space.
you have walked into space currently as the steps have ascended to a walkway that appears to stretch out across infinite space as you see thousands and thousands of stars that burn across this vast opening. That is just too chill.
Right back.
Okay. As you can see, that thousands of stars twinkle like unfamiliar constellations. Meteors are striking through the vastness above and below, where you can see just past the base of the edge of where it goes out into nothingness. And as you step out, there is a force that keeps you in line with an archway across, probably about 30 feet across from you is another archway where you can see that there is a solid oak door with iron hinges and handle, along with other passages that look to split off to the left and right at an intersection. Directly to your right, however, there is also a door, just as the space walkway begins. You can see that there are red sludged. There is this red viscous liquid leading into the room as well. You can see in there, as you open it up, this circular room is obviously a study or a library of sorts. Its walls are lined with books that extend from the floor to the gently domed ceiling 20 feet overhead. There is a wheeled ladder that is connected to rails that run around the curved walls, allowing access to the upper shelves. There is also a delicate, ornate desk that stands in the center of the room, and a large map of Luskan sits on the desk. Its corners held down by stone, and behind the desk are familiar robes, tossed back onto the floor. These robes are old and worn, with a few scorch marks and tears across it. Looking upon these robes, you see that these are akin to that of the statue of Macaf the Red in the grand halls of House Crimson. And splattered beyond the neckline of the robes is a viscous, dark red liquid.
Right, I guess we'll go into the room.
Okay.
Do I still have Detect Magic running?
You still have Detect Magic running, you still have Pass Without Trace running, you still have Telepathic Bond running.
Okay.
I believe
it's-
Antise does have Detect Magic running too.
Yeah, I think we both have.
Yes.
Is there anything magical in this room?
You can see instantly that there is, as you're walking into the space, a floating wall light does cause the room to light up, which is obviously magical. You can then also see that there is transmutation magic coming from this bookshelf and this bookshelf.
Would you say the red liquid on the robes would be reminiscent of, say, if someone was to get their head cut off?
Make it Arcana.
Type of thing? Because Antisse knows that the original Macaf was decapitated in some way.
That was in battle though, wasn't it? I thought-
Yeah, but I don't know. Kashan's weird.
True.
It just seems weird that, you know, this liquid would be specific on that part.
As you look at the robes, the liquid permeates throughout the entirety of the robes, basically the whole robes, and it's spilled out through the neckline as well.
Okay.
So you can make a medicine or an arcana check if you'd like,
Yeah.
as you investigating it.
Like, do these come off as her original robes, or are these more of a replica?
As you're looking over them, they have incredibly old stitching patterns, and as a very learned member and leader of House Crimson, they are in fact the exact same robes as the statue wore. They have been, and especially if you're detect magic on, they've been held together through time with different forms of magic to keep them as fresh could be over the centuries and decades and millennia.
This is just my mind going, but you'd think if you were trying to reincarnate or bring someone back, you would use blood, and that would probably be where the most of the blood would have been. But yeah, so it's obvious that Kashan is using these robes in probably a way to get something of the original.
Why would he throw them on the ground though? That's really odd. All the blood, is it all just dried, like the footprints and stuff?
No, it's actually quite wet.
But it's is it blood or is it the same red sludge that Antisse, or Antisse as Macaf the Crimson saw?
Make a medicine check, or you could make a history check.
Which one am I better? It's probably history. Medicine, history. Yeah, I'll make it.
Nice.
Damn, yeah.
7 versus a 2.
So on a 21, you can you find out that yes, indeed, this is quite similar to that of the red sludge-like matter that Macaf the Crimson did was actually in fact engulfed in. You can see also on that you can guess somehow in some shape or way whatever form was taken within this robe. It looks like the robes weren't casually thrown back or thrown aside. There does look like there has been an intent of a fall going forward, as the robes are face down, back up, like an intentional
so whatever
fall.
this creature tried to form into, almost like it fell, like it couldn't walk properly, or
So like,
Yeah.
and maybe just died or something. Looks like it was like falling apart or something. I guess.
Make an
If
arcana.
it's like
yeah.
it's
And
leaving a trail like that,
Yeah.
which is its own body, kind of.
And from both the detect magics going on, you can between the both of you, I won't make you roll for it just because you got both have such high Arcana skills. After figuring that out, you pretty much can discern that whatever the creature was, it basically was destabilizing and coming apart.
Okay, so it wasn't like Kashan.
It just sort of
doesn't
died.
it doesn't come off that someone.
Yes, it doesn't come off as someone has a.
This creature.
Yes, absolutely it
But
doesn't.
rather it just fell apart.
Yeah, just sort of like yeah, decompose. Well, not decomposed, like timed out, I guess.
Yeah, just sludge.
Just like yeah.
Okay, just gave up.
Well, I'm assuming everyone else comes in here as well. Is there anything on the desk here that might be useful?
There's a map of Luskin you can see. You can also see that there are several spell books and different scrolls lining the walls, pieces of art and history. Make an investigation check.
Aunties make that.
19.
She's also
Yes, indeed.
looking around.
Definitely pocket some spell books.
Yep, you pocket some spell books. You grab a variety of spells. Antes, as well as you're looking around, you can find that there are certain books of lore on Luskin, especially to the underground sections of the tower that you had no idea about. As you can see that there are plenty, like roots of a tree.
Okay, cool. Sorry, my our Labrador puppy is barking, and my dad's singing Backstreet Boys to try and calm which is so strange. I have never heard him do that.
I really want to see him go back streets back. All right.
That was the effect. Oh.
Oh my god, that is perfect Papa moment.
It's yeah.
Casimir.
Got out of a really serious business meeting, and then that's
That sums up your dad.
something like that. But yeah, okay. So there's a hidden part of the original tower. That she
Yes.
didn't-
Basically like roots of a tree. And the one that McCaffrey Crimson went into was just one of those roots.
That's not related to the workshop thing that she saw. Does it seem to come off like that?
Very much so.
Okay, cool.
Casimir,
Yeah.
as you are over here, you do find as you're looking through that there is one book that doesn't come out. As you go to grab it out.
So these two bookshelves had transmutation magic, so they've been magically changed.
As you touch, like, go to pull that door. As you go to pull that that book out, as soon as you like go to pull it and use enough force to try, the book kind of slinks forward,
Hidden door.
and you see the door begin to shift and move across the stone floor itself, revealing a path.
To what?
As you can see on the other side, that there is a.
Portal or something.
You can see that a circular plane of crystal about 10 feet in diameter hangs vertically in this chamber, anchored to the ceiling walls, the walls, and the floors by chains. You can see that there is a scene of bones and volcanically carved tunnels within the crystal. In front of the crystal is an ornate rod set into the floor.
Looks like a lever to me. So, am I right in saying it looks like the Well of Dragons?
Make an insight check.
Do I have advantage from the cube?
You do.
24.
24. Yes.
Okay. So this looks like it's scrying on the well,
Yes.
which is something we couldn't do. Is that
Correct.
right? Well then. Is it actively scrying or is it like a frozen image?
You see that the ornate rod is locked in place to the side, so it's like frozen in place, but you can't really see. The world within the crystal is moving around currently. You see a silhouette just vaguely walking past.
So it's not like focused, is what you're saying?
Not entirely focused, no.
Well,
Followed by
can I try and fiddle with it? Can I fiddle with the rod?
yes, you can.
Do you really need to do this now?
Make
No,
a sleight
I don't
of
want to.
make a sleight of hand check.
Ooh. 21.
Just beating the DC.
Yes.
You see it zooms out. What's your intention?
I want to try and focus it if I can. Because if this is on the Well of Dragons, then I want to get info on that because we don't know enough about it yet.
You zoom out. As your intention is to get information on the Well of Dragons, you see a Cordellan, a burnt out volcano, which is basically this here. It's ringed by mountains near on the top of its own plateau, high within the Sunset Mountains. There is its own natural lake formation not too far to the northeast of it. It is
So, what this mirror or crystal focuses on whatever I intend it to, seems like.
What's your intention?
Where are the tiefling hostages at the Well of Dragons?
Make a sleight of hand check.
Ooh. 13.
It begins to zoom in just delicately before you hear it. Mechanical grinding sound from the rod, and then it sticks to that image.
You yanked it too hard, mate. Weren't delicate enough.
I yanked the rod too hard.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Broke it.
It is, however, at that point from in Cosmic Hallway, you do hear, "Why, Red? You've been yourself up until now. Stop acting out. I don't want more of you to be unfocused. Just rest in your shell till you start behaving properly like you used to. Just remember, please." Rah! And you hear a door slam
And where we hear that? Up the hallway.
up the hallway. Yeah.
Yeah, where? So, I'm guessing that sounded like Kashan?
Kashan?
Kishan.
Okay, well, Kay's just gonna stop fiddling with the rod and come back. We can come back to this later.
Antis is just gonna give everyone the.
Yeah.
The universal sign of knock it off.
Look, you got time. Use your own free time to play with a rod, alright? Let's keep. We got more important matters.
What I do and do not do with foreign rods is my own business.
Yeah, in your own time.
Antis is just gonna speak to Casimir. Just go. You can do all this once he's dead.
Alright. But I still think we should look behind this other bookshelf, which seems to be another hidden door. We could find something to use against him.
Does he sound like he's moving closer to us?
Make a perception check.
No. I don't know how good I am at perception.
Yes. Meanwhile, Kaz is gonna go and look for a key or like a switch for this bookcase.
Make an investigation check.
Oh,
I did click
natty
it.
20.
Oh, tasks. I'm gonna use a luck die.
Okay, luck away.
A bit better.
A bit better. Can't make heads or tails from it, but you do hear another door closing.
Up the hallway?
I don't know. Does that sound
In that direction?
Well, not really, not truly away, not truly closer to you, but not too far away either.
Well, yeah, he's here, but
As you open up that door, Casimir, you find that there is a small study.
I shall investigate the study.
It is a large, simple desk with several ink pots, quills, and pens, and a single chair that occupies the otherwise empty room.
So, why is there a hidden study? Like, what's in here that wasn't in the first study?
As you are trained in Arcana, you can recognize the specific type of inks used here are used in the highest known tier of magical writing.
But nothing.
Look, this guy
written?
just likes his hidden rooms. They don't
He
have
just hides his fancy
special,
ink.
you know. This is, come on, let's go.
Which would allow you to be able to forge, possibly forge and understand higher tier magic.
So just leave the inks where they are and let's go.
What if someone steals them while we're gone?
Who
I'm
else?
gonna hold on to these. for
No one else
safekeeping.
can come down here.
I'm gonna hold on to
Casimir's
these.
been hanging out too much with Sandstorm.
I'm putting all
What if I
the expensive
need
inks in. This might come in handy. What if I need, like, we're in a fight with Kashan, tackles me. I've got the ink in the eyes.
Magic link to the face!
Well, I mean,
Like, that's
for
not
one,
gonna wash out.
Look, for one thing, I would actually pay to see a
Two
wizard
wizards just
tackling
fight.
tackle another wizard. Like, I mean,
Like a Bella the Cripples.
Especially since Kashan's like, what, almost 1,000 years old.
You are beating up on a senior citizen, sir.
Look, he had it coming, alright? I'll
This is
just kick
when
his
Cas-
walker.
This is when Casimir shows that he secretly has a leveling rogue. Just so he can steal
Shank him.
magical shit.
Sneak attack.
alright. Come on, Casimir.
Alright, so I
Let's go.
grabbed the inks for safekeeping, obviously.
Alright, you grab the inks for safekeeping. You then hear there is a whirl and a grind from deep within the other side of the hallway. And sounds of
As,
mechanisms and gears turning and shifting.
as in down here,
Yes.
the other side of the hallway.
The other side of the hallway. As you're going out, you then see the viscous ooze and material and the robe on the ground actually begin to just vanish and disappear from sight.
I think we need to definitely get a move on. Alright. Remember, let's try to sneak up on him.
I'm going to drink a potion of healing just to get it back up to full.
Okay, you can.
Perfect. The exact number I needed.
Yay!
Just last time. I'm just missing one hit point. Now
Alright.
that I've said that, I'm gonna die. By one hit
At 1
point.
HP.
No, you can't. You literally cannot die.
Alright.
By 1
I
hit
can't.
point.
Oh,
You have
Yeah,
death ward on you.
Alright. So as you go back out of, as you exit
best
the
news I've heard this week.
as you exit the study, you then look across the hallway, across that span that from one arch to another. You then see. Well, actually, give me a marching order. Who's taking charge?
Open in front.
I feel like
Me.
Belvin would be in
Get up
front,
there.
and Tease would be behind Belvin.
Yeah. I guess Kez would be behind T.
Yeah. Ikram can take a few hints.
Ikram's fine at the back.
Yeah,
Alright.
he's all good.
Since we're obviously going to be trying to move as stealthy as possible.
Yeah.
Belvin's just already going to have his shield and sword out, just kind of up, just ready for anything.
Alright.
God, I assume.
Yeah.
As you were
pretty much.
going nice and slow, you do realize that you were walking out into the vastness of space. Some unknown force is keeping you in level with the other side, with the archway.
Can we
Just came
see
up-
like faint outlines of any walls, or is it literally just a?
Literally just an archway. You can see that there is some sort of quite close by. There is a burning sun off in the distance. Also, there is a some very dark void entity of existence down in towards 7 o'clock. Well, down to your left and back a little bit.
Okay.
Down
So we
towards
don't go.
there. You also see that there are small asteroids just.
So it is like we're in space. I guess.
Yes.
We're walking
Definitely
on space.
All the more reason to be moving very cautiously.
Yes. And in that caution that there is, as you are going across, a tiny swarm of meteors does come upon you. So I need everyone to make dexterity saving throws.
I'm just gonna put it out there.
Of
Does
course.
Antis know much about the astral city?
Like the astral plane.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna look that up.
I will.
And we get a +5 for Belvin.
Yeah, you do get a +5 for Belvin. And Ikram needs to make one as well.
That's better. I rolled.
+5. Yep,
Nice.
that's good. So everyone's going to succeed. So everyone's only going to take half damage.
This, this doesn't really seem like a teleporting.
Yeah, it's not really a teleport. This is another realm type thing. This might be. I'm fairly certain that this would be beyond Antis's understanding. So you all take about 4 points of bludgeoning damage from the tiny swarms, just little tiny meteors, just like little pebbles just flashing by, just pelting you on the sides. But you're able to duck down
Are
quick
all
enough.
behind Belvin's shield.
You are, since you will get. So it's like coming at the side, threatening, and a little bit to
Needed a
knock you
bigger
off.
shield.
Needed a
Yeah.
bigger shield, to be really honest.
The shield can only be so big.
Wait, don't you take? You have shield master, don't you, Belvin?
I do.
So you take no damage.
Uh.
That's the shield master thing.
I believe you do. Yeah, I believe that's correct.
I think it uses just your reaction, but because we're not, it doesn't really matter.
It says that it the way that it words it is like
If you make a save, you
take
take
no
no
damage.
damage instead of half.
oh yes, yeah, no, that is right. I thought it was the same as if like when you add your shield's AC bonus to dex saving throws. Again, something that's only targeting you though.
No.
I thought that
think-
also was the same
Yeah,
as
yeah.
that, but no.
I get you. Okay.
Oh, cool. So yeah, I take 0 damage.
Okay, cool. So as you are walking, you're making your way. As you've ducked down behind your shield and everyone's taken a little bit of cover and hid behind Belvin, upon looking up, you do meet at the intersection before you even begin to advance forward. That on the other side of the archway, in a star-cloth robed, his long hair, his ears, and carrying what seems to be something within his hand. You're not entirely sure. just seems to be a small red object, like an egg of sorts. It's probably a bit larger than a skull. And he's patting it. There, darling. There.
We're stealthed, right?
It's,
Make a stealth check.
Oh, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I was
That was-
waiting.
that
I was
was the
waiting for it because that's
intention.
what I was trying to say. I was just like, oh, you know, we're going cautiously and
And we
slowly,
have plus 10 from
like
You
we're
do.
stealthy.
Like stealthy.
plus for that trace.
Nice.
not bad.
Nice.
Not bad.
Nice.
Nikrim.
Great.
Nice. 24 is the
Nice.
lowest.
Very nice. And so 24 is the lowest, and his passive. Let's take a look. So with that, you see he's incredibly focused at the moment, and he puts a hand down to open the door. And he opens it up and steps on inside, carrying this egg. He's back towards you all. And closes it.
And Kaz will say telepathically, let's get out of this unknown space.
Yeah.
It would be a
Let's-
massive disadvantage to fight here.
Let's go after him. Belvin will start moving towards the door that he just went through.
Okay,
Yeah, we'll all move forward.
you get to the door.
Uh,
You move forward.
Alright. Kaz will say telepathically, we should try and rush Kashan, prevent him from casting any spells, if possible. Even if you wish to talk with him, we need to disable him first. It's too risky otherwise.
She doesn't speak. She nods, but you can hear it. You like a
Telepathically.
in your head.
Alright. Shall we?
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Brad dropped. Oh no, Brad's been teleported.
It's been
Oh no.
to the
Ah,
astral plane.
as Belvin
Belvin just take me.
as Belvin goes
Now
to step
play me.
as Belvin goes to step through, one just hits him on the side of the head and goes bang!
Also,
Teleports out.
I was thinking Belvin would be way more stealthier if we put him on wheels.
Oh my god, what a magic item.
We could just
Like-
push him.
What a magic item.
But
He
now I'm
wouldn't
like,
have to move.
now I'm thinking like, do you mean like rollerblades or a wheelchair?
I think while we wait for
Through his
Belvin to
arm
come
and
back,
shoe.
while we wait
It's
for
like-
Brad to come back, we'll go on a break, okay fam? So we'll be right back after some technical difficulties. we're back. Thank you for sticking around. And we're back with Dragon's Brew D&D. Now let's go straight back into where we left off. As Belvin got knocked off the railing. I'm kidding.
Owen died.
Belvin died. But Kashan has gone into a door.
Not through a door. He went into it.
Column A, column B. So, how would you wish to proceed?
Forwards.
Through the door.
Forwards, not upwards.
Upwards, not downwards. All right, so you proceed.
Twirling.
As you twirl towards freedom at this intersection, you can see that there is a door to your left and another hallway that goes up, goes to the right and then curves to the left. So it curves around. And you can hear a crackling fire from that direction. You're at the door. What do you wish to do? You can hear Kashan chanting on the other side.
Was the door
Belvin-
creaky?
I was gonna say, Belvin's gonna ask if Antis or Casimir can sense any magic on the door
On the
itself.
door? Still got detect magic.
Yes, you still do. You can detect that there is a aberration magic on the door. There's also aberration magic on the door to your left as well.
Assume you mean abjuration.
Abjuration, that's right. That's
Probably arcane lock. Because I know the spell.
So what
I
does that mean?
can
Try to get through.
dispel it. Because it's a second level spell. So if I use dispel magic, which is a third, it'll automatically be removed. Because we're trying to be stealthy and everything.
Yes.
Can I dispel magic on it?
You can dispel magic as you can feel as you see the magic wash away from the door.
No other magic on it?
No other magic on it.
Okay.
Is everybody ready? Alright.
It's
Belvin's gonna open the door as quietly as he can. Let's go inside.
You can make a stealth check at disadvantage plus 10.
That's just me rolling stealth checks in general.
14.
Nah.
God damn, how creepy is that door now?
Well, between the
Belvin touching it made it creakier.
between the light touch of Kashan and then the hefty might of Belvin,
It's like, don't worry, I've got this soft touch down. Pff, off the hinges.
Yeah, rips it
No.
off.
Yeah.
He touches it with his pinky finger and just
Just
flies.
explodes.
No, like it was a push door. Belvin just pulled it off the hinges. He was like, "Oh, sorry, I thought it was a pull door."
Didn't have a sign up,
Pulled it
of
out.
course.
Pull the door out.
Elvin's holding the door like, damn it, third time this week.
Can they-
oh, not another.
That's
I
actually
swear
like,
that's why they need a sign.
that's the ultimate lock, right? If you have like a push door, but you put a pull sign on it. Like, what the fuck?
Stop the
Imagining
stupid.
Casimir has like a whole bunch of like arcane locks and like magical stuff, but like the
They're just like
ultimate-
dumb locks.
The ultimate is that he has a pool sign on his door.
Just to mess with
Mundane
Sandstorm.
Oh man.
Alright.
As you slowly creak the door open, you see Kashan slowly raising his eyes up and just complete and utter dumbfoundry, just like, Artemis, the numbers of times I've told you hello. You cast a spell.
I was gonna say Belvin would just be charging at him once he heard the creaking.
Yeah.
He'd be like,
If you
"No,
cast
fuck
a
this."
spell, then I counter spell.
What level you counter spelling?
It's like 5th.
Alright, make a You're going to need to roll for it, please.
Okay. Shit.
So it's using your intelligence ability.
Yeah, it's a spell casting check.
Is it a D20?
No, it's just an intelligence roll. Can I re-luck that?
Okay.
So-
You only get one shot.
You only get one.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey!
And fifth level spot that.
You did use a 5th level.
So he cast 6th or higher.
You did cast 6 or higher.
No, he did.
Okay. Huh.
I mean, that's good.
But then I rolled high enough, so it doesn't matter what level cast, it will counter it.
Yeah. But if it's like a 6 or a 7, that's nice to get one of those out of the way.
And however far Belvin gets, as I said, as soon as the door started creaking, it would have been
Belvin
like,
was
it'd have been like, nah, fuck this. He knows when he's fucked up a stealth. He's just like, nah,
Like,
he would have just charged.
So as you've come into this room, you can see that he's basically raised his head while taking his hands away from what seems to be a tiefling skull that's set upon a table, with a ooze beginning to leak out from around it. Around him is shelves of various components and concoctions. And as you charge in,
I did.
okay, you charge in. As you charge in, you can see that from the red skull instantly, in the amount of time it takes you to close the gap, this red secretion has formed out around the skull, understanding your intent, and then begins to form and take shape into a Macaf-like form. And as you get in, basically imposes herself between you and him.
Oh, what the fuck is that? The blob.
Basically raises a hand. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
She casting a spell?
No?
Okay.
Ooh, nah, I'm gonna luck that.
It's a 4. Oh my god.
I get one.
Oof.
You take 50 points of psychic damage.
Whoa.
On.
Did we have a hero's feast? I can't remember. Okay.
As you begin to run forward, a couple of things happen. You can't remember where you met Casimir. You don't ever remember meeting Casimir.
Cool.
That's not cool, Brad.
Cool.
You also can't remember a couple of things from your past, such as the time you were a soldier. For some reason, you were just standing alone on a pier by yourself in El Torel as well, after you were grievously wounded, and then basically decided to try heal yourself through your own means, instead of going to the acolyte's tent and healer's tent. You now must roll a d4 and subtract that number from every ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Ew.
Awesome.
And you are right up in there. Kashan,
So subtract that from pretty much everything.
basically, subtract that from everything.
So saving throw,
Yeah.
ability checks,
And attack rolls.
and attack rolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck, man.
And at that point, Kashan clicks his fingers and goes, "It's great to see you've come home." And activates his layer action.
Wait, we haven't even rolled initiative.
We're about to.
We're just free flowing it all.
Don't mind the free flow.
As we come out of the free flow, basically the walls of the area begin to shatter and come apart as reality fractures, and you're all shifted back into the star-like plane. There's nothing beneath your feet as you feel that weight, age, and hunger has all basically dissipated from this realm. And around some fractured ground-like meteoral objects, like an old pavilion of sorts, you all find yourselves floating just about 5 inches above the stonework that you were standing on, being shifted away among this sea of stars. A few things before we roll initiative. You are in the astral sea. Breathing is no longer an issue. Your speed has changed. As it works off your intelligence score times 3. Now I am going to round these up.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, Casimir, your speed has changed to 60 feet.
Yeah.
Belvin, your speed is 30 feet. Antis, your speed is 45 feet. And Ikram's is 35.
Okay.
Now, we will now roll initiative.
Initiative.
I need to click my thing. Click my thing. Okay.
You can luck die initiative.
Sure.
Oblex. The fuck is an Oblex?
What you're fighting?
Yeah, I'll lock down mine as well, just to see.
Okay, that's.
Didn't have my
Better.
guy clicked. Damn it.
I mean, well, it's fine. I beat both the bad guys, so it's all good.
Yeah, I rerolled. I did alright. Hey, I'm first. Hey.
Maybe actually, we all beat the bad guys. That's good.
Yeah.
Mine is -4, so it is actually 14, but it doesn't
right,
really
yeah.
matter.
Yeah, still.
Ooh, that's nasty, dude.
Yep, I'm gonna be pretty much useless this whole fight, so just so you know.
Don't put yourself down like that.
Just
man.
I will be a
really
meat
hard.
shield. I will try to take everything.
You'll be the greatest meat shield in all the land.
Even better if we put you on wheels.
Oh, dude.
I mean,
Should've.
why haven't we put him on wheels yet?
Wait, if he's a meat shield, you put him on wheels. Would that mean he's Meals on Wheels for monsters?
Yes! Yes! Meals on wheels!
No, I'm shields on wheels. Not meals on wheels. Fucking, I'll drift in on my wheels.
Alright,
Belvin
I had to
is
clip that.
actually the very first actual tank prototype. No, like, wait a minute, why do we have a person on wheels? Why don't we just make a big metal car?
Yeah. Then a warforged, then like an actual robot,
And then a tank.
and then a tank. That's what Casimir's doing now.
Because, like, you've got the bracelet, that's your cannon. You got a shield.
You just have to change mine, Carl, because the second time I did, I didn't have my guy selected still.
Okay.
Icon.
So what are you at then?
14.
14.
14. Okay.
I didn't select either. I'm on 13. I'm sorry. I clicked the first one and then
Yeah, didn't collect the second one. Yeah, the same.
it was like everyone
Rookie.
in lockdown. I did it the first time. I'm not gonna do it the second time.
Yeah,
Is that too topical?
No.
pretty much.
DM said it was okay.
It's not too topical. It's very topical.
Okay, so you are
Just true.
13.
Exactly.
V, you're 13, Archer?
Yeah.
Cool.
But I could be 22 if you wanted me to.
We'll see. Alright, do I have everyone? I believe I do. Alright. And Ikram's first. Ikram doesn't know what's going on. He's just looking around, he's like, oh. Whoa. And so he's going to like getting to that kind of position where he's like draws his bow and he looks like he's about to start running, but as he turns he doesn't run until he thinks about it, and then he's like, oh, and basically just glides across the ground.
Telling me this isn't one.
Can he
of the
hover?
things
Can he
all the
go
time.
up in an upwards direction?
He can though. So you have 360 movement here.
So yeah, everyone's basically flying.
Yeah, 0 G movement here, and he's going to do 2 shots, aiming at Kashan. You see that?
What's the range of a? Is it a longbow? Is it?
Yeah, he has a longbow.
It's within 150,
it's like-
so he doesn't have disadvantage.
Yeah.
No.
So that first one is going to hit, but Kashan does raise his hand and throws up a shield. That flies around him. And that's his turn. Belvin.
Since. Oh fuck. Can't go.
Go 30, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can go 30.
Belva's just gonna float 30 feet towards him. And I will use my action to dash.
Alright. Basically kick a foot back and you forward again.
Superman.
Yeah, pretty much.
No propulsion required.
And I will use a healing dice that I have.
Ah, nice. Actually, yeah, probably gotta stockpile them.
D10.
They're a free
Plus-
action?
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
9. I'll take it. And that'll be my turn.
Okay.
Alright then. You see Casimir, your turn.
Okay. Do I know anything about an Oblex?
You
I
know,
don't- This is the first time we encountered them.
the only time you have ever heard of such a creature like this before is when Antis told you about what happened to McCaff the Crimson.
Yeah, okay.
Basically, these red
So-
blobs absorbed her.
So basically, it looks like they sort of imitate people, or partially at least. Like because it has like a form of Macath there, right?
Yes.
But it's like attached to the big blob.
Yeah, basically, like from her tail, you can see this massive, this huge mass of just red. And you see that there are some faces that do come out, but they're just ominous faces that do come. There's little strange whippets of pseudopods coming out as well.
I'm just wondering.
It flows like a body, like a floating body of water.
I'm just wondering if it's able to use spellcasting like Mikath was, or if it's just like an imitation. Well, I suppose I'll test the waters with a fireball and try and hit both of them with it.
Okay, you let loose a fireball, so they're going to need to make some dexterity saving throws.
It's DC 19, not 18.
So 18 for the red.
Fails. Just.
And Kashan is just on a 9 as he basically throws his cape up to protect him. You see, as well as you've let the fireball burn, the red mass from the original Calf Red was Tiefling inherited, so you can see that it doesn't do as much damage as you thought it would for fire.
So the whole thing doesn't take... Oh, the whole thing seems resistant to fire.
Yes.
And what about Kashan?
Kashan, his wards do alleviate some of the magical damage from the firebolt, but he still is going to take half damage.
Okay. Well, I'll say telepathically they both seem resistant to fire. And that will be my turn.
Okay. Antis, you're up next.
All the way that I can. Or as far as I can go, which I think is about, yeah. About there. I'm going to cast a 5th level ice storm right between them.
Nice.
So that's got a 300 foot
It does.
Range. Yeah. Easy.
As you fly forward, you let your ice storm off. They both need to make dexterity saves again. Man, Kashan's just sucking.
I mean, that's good.
That is
For us. The Oblex looks like it made it though.
Yeah. You can see as you let through this frost, the bludgeoning of the ice coming from you kind of just bounces off the red mass and off Mikath, though the cold is the most interesting part as it begins to solidify and freeze over.
That's what I was hoping for.
And you see even a little pseudopod just breaks, and she just looks up and just...
So cold is effective.
So,
It's kind of like a big ball of liquidy slime.
Yeah.
What's
So,
Kashan re-
uh,
How does Kashan react?
Kashan just gets belted by ice as he's just like...
Suck it!
Was he concentrating on anything?
He was not
Yeah.
concentrating on anything.
Damn it.
Damn it, but good.
It's good, but it sucks.
Yeah.
Next. It is now Kashan's turn.
And it's difficult terrain until the end of my
Yeah.
On Tace's next turn.
But I don't know how that affects that in the astral sea.
I mean, I'd assume it
Doesn't
works
really.
the same.
Is it just kind of?
It's just
around-
like in that space that he's in, but he doesn't have to worry about it too much because he clicks his fingers. And
Wow.
around, basically, if everything goes black and white, everything stops. He says, "Oh, how wonderful it is that you have arrived home, my darling. It's been so very long." As he casts a spell, flames begin to writhe around his body. "I thought I was going to have to come seek you out." 7 shining motes appear up around his head. "But in fact, you've come to me, and I could not be more happy to see the final piece of the puzzle join at last." And then there are 3, basically. One Kashan steps out behind him, another one steps out behind him, then another. Of these 3 images of Kashan step around him.
As he does that, Aunties is gonna just yell back. "You know I've come to kill you. You're not stepping out of here alive. Just make it easy for me." I know your tricks.
And then he just taps his head and goes, "Bet you don't know the wonders and love I have for her." And the world...
You killed her.
"I set her free!" And then...
Killed her and made monsters in her image. I'm the evolution. I'm what was supposed to be.
"You are
Her
the...
revenge is here, and it's me.
Don't listen to her, Macath. She will be the next part. The
Oh,
final...
yes. Talk to your fake doll. Your fake. Your puddle of sludge and slime. You're not real. Macath.
You see, Macath, as the world
None
becomes...
of us are.
As the...
Just what he wants. A perfect, subservient, little doll.
Make a persuasion
I'm-
check or intimidation check.
Ooh, I don't know. What was it? Intimidation or persuasion?
Yeah.
My persuasion is +10, so 26.
26. You see that Macath the Red kind of grabs her head. Her fingers begin to meld into her forehead and horns as the
You
form...
don't want to live like this. He will use and abuse you until you're perfect. Right, Kashan?
Silence! And from him that there is one of the star motes shot out towards you. Does a 29 hit?
Does a 29 hit?
Okay.
Does a 29 hit?
You take 24 points of radiant damage straight to the chest as he shuts you up. And then it's the Red's turn. And Shan goes, "She is the last piece that will keep you together. Consume, darling. And you will have that love and devotion you've always wanted. And take the rest with you." And as the red Oblix begins to move forward, sliming its way through space, you see that 4 tendrils from it begin to snake out forward. One coming directly for Belvin, takes the form of a red mass of an elf. And then it clicks from your past as you just see warm embracing hands of Elena coming towards you, and then the name clicks in your mind and you begin to remember her for a second. Coming out towards Casimir, you see a small little tendril of red ooze that then just begins to speak towards you. You let me die. You sent me to my death. As the Oblex takes the form of a pirate-esque captain that you from your past. And one forms just beside Mikath the Red in the shape of a large black dragonborn. Very familiar to yourself, Belwyn. The dragonborn roars and shifts forward, instantly flying through towards the party. I need everyone to make wisdom saving throws.
Will this do psychic damage?
Yes.
I'm immune from mind blank.
What am I rolling? Sorry.
Wisdom.
saving throw.
You can still make me a wisdom saving throw, though.
I'll laugh and die.
You're like, that's a bit cheap, but okay.
It's like, for you, Casimir, it doesn't do psychic damage, it does force damage.
Psychic damage.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
It does psychic fire damage.
Like, what the fuck? What does that even mean?
It does a damage type that you're not immune to.
It does fly kick damage.
Actually, yeah, and that, sorry, I just had to read that last little couple of sentences of mind blank as Neva Shell Shield reaches out her arms to try and to touch you. The form just dissipates and sludges back into a tendril and just off into space.
This won't work on me.
However, Belvin, you succeed. You're going to take 22 points of psychic damage.
He succeeded.
And Antis, unfortunately, as you come in seeing Belvin, Dragonborn Belvin carrying Black Razor in hand, brings forth a familiar scene to you again as the sword is raised above his head and it basically strikes onto you, but doesn't cut into you, just hits into you as you take 44 points of psychic damage. And now also have to minus a d4 from each saving throw, attack roll, and abilities check.
With that, it's
Almost half my hit points down.
With that ability, Carl, is it like Bless or Bane, where it's like you roll a d4 each time?
Each
You
time.
don't just roll it. Yeah, you don't just roll it once and
Yep.
always take that value.
It's each time.
Okay, it's each time.
So yeah, so Brad doesn't always take 4 off. He takes a d4 off.
Yeah, it takes a d4
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, cool. So you're not entirely useless, Brad.
Brad!
So do I have to roll that now, or?
No.
No, whenever you roll something.
Everything from now on. Brad, at that point, you do begin to remember that moment where you were Black Razor, where you were holding Black Razor and did attack against Antis back then. And it's enough for you to shrug off this memory of Alana as it just forms back into a tendril, into a little pseudopod of red mass. And basically backs away from you. And that ends the Red's turn.
Does that form of Dragonborn Belvin still stay?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
because I failed.
Okay.
It's right there. You can see from the tip of its tail is a small little, about 1 inch diameter thread that links from it to the red.
Yep.
And it's now Ikram's turn. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize whose turn it was.
Everyone's like, so what happens now?
I'm just super sorry. And it's Ikram's turn, and God, I have no idea what Ikram's going to do. So he's just going to shoot arrows. He's going to shoot 2 arrows. He's going to shoot one at the Black Razor Belvin and one at Elena, because he's like, what the fuck? And he's going to hit with both.
Fucking what? Ikram always rolls higher when it's not here.
Exactly.
It's like, what the fuck, Ikram?
Belvin, your turn.
Belvin? Oh no, I think Brad's DC'd again.
Oh no. Give him a
Unless
minute.
he's just having a nap.
He's
Just let him rest.
there he goes.
Again, rest.
We will come back to his turn. But I know he'd love to do something.
Yeah. So Kashan's back here. And he's got. You said there was 3 like clones. I'm assuming it's mirror image because
Yes.
Kaz knows the spell.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
So
can
he
I?
casts Mirror Image, he casts Fire Shield, he casts Crown of Stars, and he casts another spell.
Wait, how many
that's a
fucking-
lot of spells.
Wait, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Wait,
How,
what?
how many actions does he get?
Well, that's what happens when you cast a time stop.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Hey, Brad's back.
Yeah, this powerboard's definitely going.
Oh no.
All right, well, it's your turn.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping to get on as soon as I could.
Yeah.
Alright, what do you want to do? Black Raven Belvin is right there.
Alright, Belvin is going to move in front of Dragonborn Belvin and shielding Antis. And then
If you're in view of Antis, when you move over, Antis looks at you and is scared of you as well.
Belvin just filled with anger and regret over this vision in front of him. He's like, I'm not gonna let you harm her again. And then he's gonna take a couple attacks at this form.
Of
in front
course.
him. Just need to get my sheet back up. Sure, that's that.
Okay, on a 17, you need to roll a D4 for each of those.
Separately?
25?
Separately. So 25, the first one's going to hit, but a 15 is not.
50.
Basically, as you slash into the side of Dragonborn, Belvin rings around the sword and you both lock blades together. Exact same form.
So that'll be on the first hit. Um, and then for my bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to activate Watcher's Wall on my shield. Use a charge, which creates a transparent blue wall 10 foot by 10 foot, giving all creatures behind it full cover from range attacks for 1 round.
Yeah, nice.
So,
Pling. There we go.
and then Belvin will kind of not look back, but he'll say, "I will protect you this time." That'll be his turn.
As Black raises Belvin's sword comes back around to try to whip onto Belvin.
Is this gonna get legendary?
Yes.
Nah.
It's a
That
legendary.
motherfucker.
Using a legendary action to attack and hitting on a 25.
Yes, but I will actually use a class feat called Glorious Defense.
Ooh, okay.
When a creature you can see hits you with an attack roll, you can use your reaction to give a bonus to AC against that attack, potentially cause it to miss you. Bonus equals my charisma modifier, which is a +5, makes me 30.
Fucking hell.
Which then, if the attack misses, you can make 1 weapon attack against the attacker as part of this reaction.
Fuck yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
Damn.
Oh, mine's a
Belvin's
D4.
pulling out the fancy stuff.
Does a 20 hit?
Does a 20 hit? Yes, a 20 does hit.
Nice.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
a total of...
And I will use a Divine Smite on that too. First level.
24 plus 8, 32.
Very nice. I am going to... One sec.
Now, when we're attacking these like clone thingies, is it seem to be hurting the main body, or are these just like extra things it makes?
Well, you can assume that it's since it is coming from the main source.
It's
Then
linked.
you are slashing and burning away from the Orblex.
Yeah, like we're hitting it. Still.
Yeah, you're basically still
Even though it's
hitting
just like
it.
fucking
The tail,
stretched
yeah,
out.
it's basically being stretched out. There is that 1 inch thick little tendon that tethers it from the mass to the Dragonborn form of Belvin. So
And I've been waiting to use that Glorious Defense for so long now. I was
There you
just like,
go.
yes.
Fucking not bad.
For a reaction, I think it's pretty cool.
that's pretty good. All right, Casimir.
Okay. How transparent is the Oblex? As in,
Not very, no. It's
so basically it acts as like a big solid object.
it does act as a big solid object. Yes, you can
That's
see
it.
like a little bit inside it, but you can't see too much from where you are.
For the purpose of blocking line of sight, basically, is what I'm wondering.
Correct, it will.
Okay. So I want to take out the source, because I think that's the fastest way to get it. And I know it's weak to cold, and I want to position in a way that Kashan can't see me directly. Is that possible?
That is possible.
Okay. And then I'm going to cast Cone of Cold
You can cast Cone of Cold.
and blast that motherfucking Oblex, and hopefully, let's see, yes, 60-foot cone should hit the clones that are in the area still.
But since it is a mirror image, like that won't really hurt then, since it's not an attack roll.
Mate, you were deep.
Is that? Nah. Like,
Yeah.
really? I reckon AoE should hit. Are you sure?
Oh,
Hold up.
unfortunately not.
Hold up.
Pretty sure, yeah, it doesn't say anything on Mirror Image from memory. Like about AoE spells.
They have a HP. Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, it's basically when they get hit with an attack roll.
Yeah, okay. For some reason I thought AoE would hit them.
That's all good.
Oh. Well, Kashan still has to make the save, I assume. And the Oblex.
Yeah. So they're both going to make Constitution saving throws.
Yes.
Alright, so here is Kshan.
Alright, so he makes the save.
He's going to make the save. And the Oblex.
Does not.
14. Does not.
And I know it didn't like cold.
You know it didn't like cold, but for some reason your cold is not affecting
Cold
it.
enough.
It's not cold
That-
enough.
That is some fucking bullshit. What the fuck? Not cold.
I'm being powered by an
Gotta be.
ancient white dragon soul, so
But you can see it does begin to have some form of aversion to frost. As it does have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks until the end of its next term now, thanks to you.
Oh, okay, so that's good then.
Yeah.
That's fine then.
Because you don't see, but like when Antis actually has a cold effect, it actually says super
Really
cold.
cold.
Super
Yeah.
cold.
Mega
Not just
cold.
Yeah,
cold,
she's
you know,
super
sorry.
cold.
unlike
Mega
Yours is-
cold.
it's like drinking an ice cold drink under air conditioning.
Like having ice cream too fast. Get
Yeah.
brain freeze.
Brain freeze.
It is at that point that
Yes.
that the pseudopod is going to, of Black Rated Belvin is going to once again attack Belvin.
Oh, also, did Kashan make a concentration check?
He's not
Which-
he's not concentrating on anything.
I thought he had Fire Shield up.
Fire
Oh,
shield.
that's not,
That's not concentration.
There you go.
Okay. A 14's not going to hit you, unfortunately.
No.
No. All right. Next up is Antis.
I know even though Belvin's put this nice shield in front of me. Can I cast magic through that?
You can, yes.
Okay, cool.
It's like
Rain.
it's a one way. Like it can't come through it.
Okay, cool.
like
I
that
wasn't
way, but
sure
you
if
can-
it was just a wall or if
No.
it was.
You can
Okay, cool.
think of it as a Reinhardt shield from
Overwatch?
Yeah,
Overwatch.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can shoot through that.
You can shoot through, but you can't.
You can't
It
come.
defies
penetrate
Okay,
it.
cool.
physics.
It does. But no,
Literally, it's like, what
it's-
the fuck?
It's like a two-way mirror, you know?
Yeah.
If the mirror
Antis-
wasn't solid one.
Yes, pretty much.
Such a fast physics.
Look where we are, Casimir. Look where we are.
Physics,
What?
bitch. Astral Sea is a real place, okay?
Looking at Kashan, but attacking Dragonborn Belvin, she's gonna cast Cone.
Don't hit me with mega cold. Please.
No, I'm not gonna hit you.
Oh, you'd hit Belvin as well if you cast it for me.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to. Wait, where are you guys? No, I can.
I'm right here.
Yeah, you're right here, but you're not. Nah.
Casimir's like,
I'm not
"Hello,
now.
I'm all the way
yeah.
over here."
Hello.
I don't know my map, so I don't know what the fuck a radius is.
Radius is half a circle.
Yeah,
So it's from the center to the edge of the circle.
distance from near to second. Yeah, okay. I haven't done like circles in like
It's all
2
good.
years.
Whatever the radius is, you double it. And that's its area. like how wide it affects.
So I could cast Ice Vortex. Not hit Casimir and Bella?
If it's a 20-foot radius, then yeah,
It
you'd
is a
miss.
20-foot radius.
Then it's all good. You can miss
It's
us
so
both.
good.
Yeah.
Um,
Like focused in here to hit them.
So you could just hit both of them. And this one.
Yeah, you'd be able to get all three.
yeah.
Oh, perfect. Fucking perfect.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that.
All right.
And
And since you are throwing it just out into space to set off, like the attack roll is not going to count for anything either, since it's just going to that one zone, that one area you want it
Yeah,
to
you're
detonate.
not targeting someone.
Yeah. So
okay, so it's just gonna be
yeah, it's just
Watch
going to
your
go,
damage.
just going to go boom.
boof. Yes. Okay. Okay, so the spell is triggered, but you said there was a tendril between Dragonborn and
Yep,
McCaff.
yep. There's
If
a
I aimed at that tendril,
mm-hmm.
that would be a triggering point for it.
Yes, that would as well. That would completely be.
Because I think something has to like pass through it in order for it to work.
So you can definitely aim at that tendril halfway in between there and try to hit it.
Yeah.
So you'll just have to make that attack roll, minus a d4 from it, and I believe, yeah, and give it a go. You do still have luck die.
I do still have luck die, and I still have all my sorcery points. And I have 15, which means I have 2 more. In my head, I see that as 2 more level 5 spells.
Yeah, that is.
Good. Defrost Vortex. At level 5.
You do
And
it.
she's attacking the Dragonborn Belvin, but looking at Kashan, and she'll scream, "You told her you loved her." And is she yelling that at Dragonborn Belvin? Is she yelling that at Kashan? Who knows?
As the frost vortex hits the...
Oh yeah, I'll need to make that. Sorry.
No, you did.
The D4.
Oh yeah, d4. On a 20? Ooh, on a 22 actually, I'm so sorry. I just automatically went 20.
Thank you.
You did wonderful. As on a 20, you throw out your frost vortex. This little bit of frost is flying out, hits into the tendril, and as it reels around and explodes out, throwing frost and snow and ice just out in all different directions, you see it shatters. It freezes over the tendril and shatters it.
Ew.
The tendril on this side heading towards you begins to freeze over all the way to Dragonborn Belvin, freezing over and just shattering into tiny little pieces in that instance. Yeah, and then
What's Kashan's reaction? What's Kashan and McCaff's reaction? Because she's looking at Kashan, but also would be looking at McCaff. I want to savor it.
he's seeing it shatter, a part of her shatter, all his work that he's made and all the effort he's put into it. He's just taken aback. All 4 of him just... How dare you question my love for her? You can see that there is a tear in his eye. How dare you act out against her? How dare you act out against me?
She's gonna yell back, disappointed that your that I'm surpassing your original.
You see, he holds a hand up, and you see that similar to that dark void in the cosmic hallway, a small one of them manifests and gravitates into his hand, and he just throws it forward.
Yeah. Just scared. I'm still behind my big shield. Those in glass houses should not throw stones. It's just big aunties at the moment.
So, I need everyone
Oh.
to make a Constitution saving throw.
I don't like those.
From what?
The spell that Kashan just threw out.
Wait, did it hit all of us?
It seems to be.
It is.
How
It
big
is-
this area?
He did just kind of throw a small space at us. I think. I think it's a small space.
Yes.
Oh, it's just a tiny
May.
space. How cute.
Well, Ikram doesn't get hit. But I'm guessing the blobs get hit still.
The bubbles are still gonna get hit.
You'd think that.
How big is it?
Needs to be bigger.
How big? I'll give you a measuring tool.
About 80.
80.
Oh,
Jesus.
God. That's not really a small space, but I guess in the context, it's a small space.
Yes, compared to space, it's a small space.
As
Yeah.
he lets loose a dark star.
Oh shit.
It's like Phoenix.
I'm gonna luck die at my con
Yeah.
save as well.
I'm gonna lock down that too.
Ah.
'Cause that's some bullshit.
Damn it. Oh,
Yeah.
I'll use my 20.
Do I?
Yours is 25.
Oh, mine's 25.
Yeah, because of me.
Oh yeah.
Get an extra builder.
You two also need to roll a d4.
Fuck.
What do we have to beat?
So mine is 18.
Okay.
21.
21.
Okay, so Antis, you just succeed.
Yes.
Belvin, however,
Mm-hmm.
you are. Let's see.
Space now.
As the center point. So the center point is now. Let's just say here. That little black circle is the center point. All right. So, Casimir, you're only going to take half damage. So that's 20 points of force damage. Antis, you're going to take 20 points of force damage as well. Belvin, you take 40 points of force damage.
Mm-hmm.
And as you are in this spell area for the first time, you've made the saving throw, blah, blah, blah. The area is now difficult terrain, and you cannot see through it whatsoever through this magical darkness. No light illuminated, and no sound is within it. So you can't cast spells in it either. So, Casimir, you are in a no light, no seeing area. You are in complete darkness as well, full of just
Wait, we
void
can't
of
cast
anything.
Spells?
Can't cast spells with verbal components.
Oh, with verbal components. Okay.
Yes.
But you also can't see things either.
Yes.
Yeah. But if I just chuck something and
I
go
mean, yeah.
for it,
You can.
you guys
Technically.
definitely have more hit points than me.
Technically, you can. Let's. At the end of the second paragraph is where it says that.
Yeah.
And
This
so,
would be a great time to know what spells use verbal components.
Anything with the V in the spell thing. So say on your spells tab, there's like V, S, and M. V is verbal.
You want to know how many spells don't have a V?
fuck all. I know, because I can look at my list too.
Hmm.
It's like, there's sweet fuck all that don't have verbal
3.
components.
Shape water, absorb elements, and counter spell.
And he does send. You hear Ikram go, ah! As he is hit with a. Actually, no sound. You don't hear anything. But as a narrative standpoint, Ikram is hit with.
Telepathically, we still can.
Telepathically, Ikram goes, ow, my chest, as he's being burnt.
Oh no, I've been shot.
Ah. Oh, he's resistant to radiant damage, so.
True.
Actually, he's. Well, yeah, he is too, actually.
Hey, he's still
Oh, damn
asking.
straight he is. He's an Asima.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
those stat block.
So he takes
Just
12.
because you took
radiant
the
damage.
dragon out of him doesn't mean he still isn't an angel.
That's
You
true.
can't take
That's
the
true.
ass out of Asimir.
Uh,
I can never spell Asmi correctly. I always spell it
Asimir.
And I'm like, no, that's not right.
That ain't right.
That ain't right. I mean, in my head it is because they're just giant, beautiful people. But
and the red is just going to float up amongst this debris. And you guys are in darkness.
you can't see.
We sure are. But they also
We
can't see us.
We don't see red.
Hold
flying
up, Kyle.
above.
What is this moving? I saw that.
Oh.
I saw you move that.
Yeah, I know. I was just
And
making
made
sure
it
was
bigger.
enough. I was
made
just
it-
making
Wow.
sure it was enough.
Hold up. Look at this.
But you're still in it.
This is a little bit too big.
Yeah, you said 80.
Nah.
No, it can't be 80 from the smallest bit.
It is enough to get you all in it, so that's what I'm going to say.
That's better.
Yeah, but we want you to be accurate.
That's fair.
And Belvin is getting sucked towards Satan's butthole.
Belvin is getting sucked towards Satan's butthole as you move forward 10 feet.
I mean,
Oh. Bye,
that's,
Belvin.
like the center's like here.
I'm about to move the center.
Okay, cool. I was gonna say Belvin's getting gypped here. Oh. Yeah, it's fine.
Satan center's there. Basically, and the shield wall goes with him too. Okay. And the red moves up, and Ikram is going to yell out telepathically and mentally, "Give them back, you bastard!" Gonna
But in that monotone Rob voice, it doesn't have as much.
just give them back, you bastard.
Yeah.
Who's he gonna shoot?
He's gonna shoot
or-
Kashan.
Oh, yeah.
2 strikes at Kashan.
Get him.
Who does he hit?
Both arrows flying out. Oh yeah, that's right. He has to hit a. He's got
Clone.
mirror image.
So I think you roll a D, however many clones there are, to see if it hits.
Right. So
Wait, hold on.
from 3 duplicates, must roll a D6 or higher.
That's mirror image.
So who
That's
wants
easier to read.
to roll a D20? Oh wait, yeah.
Oh.
Someone roll a D20 for me
Casimir.
Sure. 20.
and tell me what it
2.
is. 2. So
it's...
it misses.
Oh.
Each
I think it
With the
hits
duplicate.
a duplicate instead.
yes, it hits a duplicate, and one of the duplicates are gone.
So now there's
Now roll
3
another.
of them. Woo! 8. So I think that hits another duplicate.
Yep, on an 8 or higher, on a 6 or higher. Yep. So boom, duplicate. That's another duplicate down.
Yep.
So there's only 2 left.
The real and the fake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Belvin, make me another Constitution saving throw. -4. Is he frozen?
Red? Yeah, yes.
Alright.
God damn. We'll be right. Every time on his turn.
Yes.
Like, fuck. He's like, I'll be right back. Yeah, damn it. Wait.
Seriously,
So-
I'm gonna send that boy the money for a new power board, like right now.
Oh, I think he's got the money for it. It's just going out to get it is a pain.
Yeah, but
That's the
I'll
weirdest
buy
thing.
it online for him.
Because he works in an auto store where there's definitely a better electrical or something just around the corner.
I don't know.
Or a
if
Kmart.
I don't know, because you want to get a pawer surge protection
Yeah.
board. So I don't know. If
I
they would sell
should
them
get
there.
that.
Yes,
Yes.
100%. You should.
Yes.
100%. If and like,
Do you
'cause
know?
if your computer gets fried, it's like
I'm
Yeah,
going to
the
go
power
out
surge.
tomorrow and get one before uni.
very, very, very
You
useful.
just got a new setup. You don't want to go frying it on the first night.
No, I don't.
Thank you.
No, I don't. Yeah, so at the end of the All Blacks' turn, I was going to say it's going to do a legendary action, but it's not going to use a legendary action.
Is this? I can't see in the spell where it says you get sucked in. It just says you take damage and it's difficult terrain.
Oh,
And
well
not-
then.
Yeah.
So it's awkward to get out of, but it doesn't suck you in. I think
Correct.
because it's like you can't see,
Yeah.
and it's difficult terrain. Like it's still fucking nasty. That's for sure.
Very much.
Dark Star, eh?
Dark Star, yes. Hopefully we get Brad back very soon. We'll go 5, 4, 3,
Do you want to just message him and ask?
Summon him. He's back.
and he's back.
You've summoned him.
Yay! 3. You only have to count.
Yeah, this is annoying me a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, it is your turn now.
Yeah, sweet.
Almost done
Also,
summoning.
I was looking up just before. I'm like, there's nowhere on the spell.
We were literally just talking about
It says
that.
that you get sucked in.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's okay, cool. Because I was like looking at it, I'm like, I don't see any.
Don't worry, that's the next phase of my plan.
No, go. I know there's other spells from that spell list that
Okay,
do that.
Carl, is this spell a concentration spell? Because it fucking seems like it is. Because it's an ongoing thing.
It might be. You don't know the spell.
Okay, cool.
You don't know the spell.
So Belvin's
have
back
no
here.
idea.
Because if this spell isn't concentration, it's like, what the fuck?
Okay, so Belvin is just going to move straight back.
Is difficult terrain.
It's difficult to see on
Mhm.
the pass speed.
So, but you are still able to get out of it. But you just still need to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Yes. I do want to move directly backwards to where Antis was.
Okay.
And
If you are
And
moving
it-
directly backwards, yeah, you'd
Yes.
still just get out.
yeah, directly backwards from memory because I knew she was right behind me. I want to turn directly backwards. I can't see anything, but I'm just gonna run into her in a sense, and just push her with me. But I know I
Always
just.
on wheels.
I've
but
done
I
it.
do-
I've peeked. All right. Concentration check. Constitution saving throw
Yes.
minus D4.
I'm gonna luck that. Fuck that.
Okay.
Fucking roll better.
Ooh. I
D4.
think. Was
Yes!
it a 22 save?
I got a 21.
21. You just.
I was gonna say, I'm
saved.
pretty sure 21. I remember
Yeah.
him saying just saves. I was like, yes, I needed a 1. So I take half damage still.
Yeah, you're gonna take half damage, so I gotta roll that up.
Fucking hell. So 24
24 points of force damage.
force.
And did I Did I get out with Aunties?
Uh,
I
you
will
didn't-
burn a dash action to do so.
Or a shove?
You can put, yeah,
Shove.
you can shove her out, but you'll be
Shove
in.
is a bonus action, right?
You can shove her out, but you'll still be in.
Because Shieldmaster can shove as a bonus action.
Yeah, because you're dealing with opposing forces in space here.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, alright, yeah. So I will, once I get to her, I will shove as a bonus action.
All right. And you
And you
shove
can
her.
definitely communicate telepathically what you're doing.
Yeah.
So Antis, you are out.
Yeah, she doesn't see anything. And
No.
Then suddenly...
You just feel something, and then Belva's just like, I'm getting you out of here. And then,
Yay!
You literally yeet her out and push her
Yeah.
out.
Okay, so, because of the shield, because I used the shield, that's a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
So I can use my action to dash out still. Yes.
Woo! So you can appear out beside as well.
Freedom!
Freedom! Casimir, your turn. You're in darkness. You
Okay.
can make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 22.
22. Perfect. So you're going to take.
Ow! What's that? 28?
Yeah, 28.
What the fuck, Elvin? Getting you better damage than me. Look how many high rolls are in there. What the fuck? Okay, well, I know. Well, I guess I'm just gonna charge forward.
Okay.
I assume, like, I could kind of tell it originated behind me.
Yes, you can.
Like- So then I would assume that forwards is the closest way out.
Forwards was also where the red was.
Yeah, so I'd head off slightly to an angle of where I thought it was, so I don't head straight into it.
Yeah.
And I'd just probably go, yeah, until I can get out at least.
Yes. So you come out, you come flying out, not even having wings out at all, just zooming forward. As you do come out, though, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. So you do see that the red has perched herself among debris.
Is it for psychic mind manipulation?
No.
Pow. Can I lock down that?
You can look that up.
Pow. Not much better, but
Not
slightly
much
better.
better. You are held.
Ah, it's a spell.
You are held person.
But, well, would I be able to take a reaction as I come out to counterspell?
Are you in range?
60 foot.
I'm going to say yeah.
Counterspell. Third level.
You can counter spell. It's not a third level.
Well, I'll roll for it then.
Okay.
Uh,
It is a 5th level.
ooh,
So that's going to succeed.
fuck you, red. And then I still have my action. How beat up is it looking?
It looks fine. Its mass is still blubbering and hovering above the ground.
I thought I'd taken some heavy hits, but I
It
guess
has
not.
it has taken some heavy hits just in that. While it is looking banged up in a sense.
Okay. How big is it?
It is a huge creature. Like
What's that in terms of like actual size?
So the size of McAfee the Red is probably only is like it is a medium creature, probably about 5'9", 5'10". But the
Huge-
red,
it's huge, like-
it's dragging like behind it from her tail, like this massive bulbous form.
I mean, for the purpose of like targeting, is it like a 10 by 10, 15 by 15, 20 by 20?
20 by 20.
Ooh. Yikes. Can I? I'm just gonna animate objects. Try a handful of coins. Try and like just fucking destroy it.
Yep.
Best level. So we get 10 coins. So, so I add a +8 to hit. Does a 13 hit?
No.
Does a 21 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so it's gonna be
6
hits. Yep.
Okay.
24 plus 4. 45 damage.
45 damage. The damage doesn't do as much as you expect it would to the flesh, as it is is not as it is resistance.
Yeah.
Resistant.
So I'm guessing it takes half, so it'd be 22 damage.
Correct. All right, and is that your turn?
I think I'll have. So that'll be 30 feet, because that's difficult terrain. So I have another 30 feet. I think I'd move this way, because I know Ikram's that way. And that'll be my turn.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no, I'll use a healing die. Haha.
All right.
I forgot about this.
Antis, your turn.
These?
This space thing's pretty big.
You see. You can curl and wheel around it. And just...
Yeah, I'm going to. Then I'm gonna take. How do I do the thing where I can do multiple?
Like twin spell?
No, I just meant for measuring space.
Oh,
It doesn't really matter. I kind of
yeah.
end up.
So if you hold left click and then right click, you'll get there. So you can get like there.
Yeah. And I'm gonna use potion of healing, which is I can't remember.
2d4 plus 4.
And that's not that's not affected by the minus.
No, that is not. No.
So
That's a good roll.
4.
Hello, Calamity.
I can do it.
All right. As you come zipping around the black, the dark hole, the black hole. What would you wish to do for your action? You see,
Sorry?
Kashan floats upon a rock, probably at an angle of 10 feet.
So can I see him?
Correct,
At this
yes. Yep.
Oh, he's over. Sorry, I didn't see the move. My screen is never big enough. How far away is he? I'm going to ice storm him again, but only at level 4.
Oh, nice. All right, cool. He's going to make a believe.
And do I have to minus?
Not on a spell like this. No.
Not on a spell.
Okay, so on a 13, he sucks. Is he going to take the full brunt of damage? that his wards do protect him a little bit from the cold. But that's still a lot of damage.
After I just basically insulted him and just hurled a massive chunk of ice.
So surrounding him now is ice in that area, so it's difficult terrain for him to move around through.
You stay there.
Does he make a concentration check?
He does make a concentration check versus the damage.
So half of 25, 12.
The 12. Concentration check. Yeah, he does.
There.
And he is going to shove a finger directly towards you.
Who? You being who?
Towards you, Antis. Actually. Yeah, towards Antis. And there's a bolt of lightning juts out of his hand.
Counterspeed. Wait, actually, is this the same turn as before?
Yes, it is.
Never mind, I already used my reaction.
Alright, so Ikram and Antis are going to have to make...
Wait, have I used mine? Or did I, because I drank a potion?
you have not, no. Although you are a bit out of range to
Yeah,
counterspell.
you're out of range to cast spell, unfortunately.
So, yep, so I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
You're a sorcerer, aren't you?
Yeah.
What meta magics you got? Have you got the range one?
Oh! Maybe! Who knows at this point?
You might be able to.
Magic, careful.
I don't know if you took the extra range one.
No, I've got careful, quicken, and twinned.
Okay.
So, yeah. Oh,
The deck saves.
so you're going to need to make a dex save, and you need to minus a d4.
Well.
I like it better when I'm doing things.
Well.
I'm gonna luck.
You can luck that.
Please.
Definitely can.
101.
Ikram takes the full 27.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
Oof. You dirty one.
Like 27.
You do take 27 as Kashan yells out,
You're so mean, Kyle. This is gonna be my one complaint. I hate you, Kyle.
I'm sorry. You will not take her, turn her away from me. She is mine and you will become one with her as well. This was your purpose. This was your design. You will not fight me on this.
Antis is gonna take the damage and just be like, that's not happening. I hate you, I will resist, and I will beat you.
Grabs a staff from up over her head and goes, ah! And chucks it.
I have 2 little hit points to be hurling insults, but
Your AC.
But then, if you take a hit of any amount, you go to 1.
And he's basically moving through the ice towards you, just in full frustration. Just, she will be consumed. And a crown of star is flying towards you, but on a 17, it's going to miss. It goes into the darkness
Yes.
and vanishes. He's just throwing curveballs.
as he says that, she's gonna go, and she'll reject you like I did, and all the others did. That's why they didn't work, isn't it?
He just. Casimir, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, what the fuck is that?
Telekinesis.
God, that's a wall.
Okay. Dex save. 18.
Okay, so a huge boulder is thrown towards you. You are going to take 8d6 bludgeoning damage and are knocked 10 foot towards Ikram from a massive boulder.
Okay.
Let me put a rock on screen for you.
Where does rock
Just
come
in
from?
case you needed to visualize what a
This
rock
rock just
coming
came out of
towards you.
nowhere. Ow.
A rock.
It wasn't a rock. It was a rock.
You then
Epidoe.
you then see coming from behind the rock, as if throwing it, is the manifestation of a oozy red otar. As it's tethered to Macath, the red is now sauntering, as if she's delicately stepping, with a huge red blob trailing towards her.
Did it just leave the range of all of my coins?
It did actually.
You just activated my trap card. Bam.
You've taken a reaction this turn, though.
That's not my reaction, though. It's my coins.
It's still an attack of opportunity.
They're each individually animated.
It's still an attack of opportunity.
Alright.
Still a reaction.
Pretty sure it's worked before,
There's
but
still swirl.
I'll allow it, Kyle.
I'll allow it.
I don't.
Ikram's going to move back towards Antis.
Do I not get any say in this? I just want to say because I want to
there you go.
complain.
You can
Was
do
it
that.
10 feet, by the way. It was
What?
10 feet, right?
It was 10
I
feet.
got knocked back.
Ikram is going to put a hand on you and cast Cure Wounds. At 3rd level, Antis.
Aww.
And you're going to get 15 points of health back.
Hey.
And he's then going to... yeah, that's it. That's his turn.
I just see that moment like Ikram is like opening his mouth about to like say something and then it's like
I got nothing.
got nothing. I was gonna do something but
Delvin, your move. And you're still here, my god.
I am still here for now.
it's only just started.
How beat up are you looking, Aunties? I actually can't see how beat you're looking.
I'm looking more than half my hit points beat up. On a scale from 0 to 157, I'm looking about a 63.
Okay. Belvin's gonna move his 30 feet across away from the big black star.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
and
didn't really keep us there probably as long as you pictured it doing.
Not yet. I misread the spell.
it'd be different if it, held you in and pulled you towards it and
It
stuff.
was like a black hole, but
Yeah. And then I am going to use Knight's Move and teleport
Oh.
behind Antis
Ooh.
Ooh.
and place my hand on her shoulder and dump 50 hit points from my lay
Whoa.
on hands.
Thank you.
Guys, come on. First rule of fighting casters: don't group up. You're all
And
in like a
then-
little huddle.
I didn't choose this life.
You were huddled around.
Yeah.
You're the huddly,
I
not the
know.
huddler.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately that is... and I will use a free action to use a healing dice.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll do, I guess.
Antis is gonna look to Belvin. Probably the most genuine smile she's given him since he's been back. And telepathically say, thank you.
And Belvin will just give a smile and just kind of a nod, and then look back at Kashan again.
All right. Next up is Casimir.
Casimir, huddle together.
We need a team, like a motivational speech or something. Like the Mighty Ducks.
If I didn't have to use my bonus action to get to where I was, I would have had a wall, I swear.
Well, this fucking blob is annoying me. So I'm gonna stick my coins on him.
Yeah, sick 'em.
Or her. Give.
All right.
Give.
Is that a bonus action or an action?
Yes, that is a
Boys.
bonus action.
Okay.
Does 13 misses, right?
13 misses.
Does a 16 hit?
16 misses.
16 misses.
So 5.
So 5 will hit. The 8 damage is halved, is 14.
Make a perception check. Don't worry. You were floating in
It
its
does
face.
no damage.
No, it still does damage. There was another thing.
Okay.
But you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. It's gonna drive Luke crazy.
You know what? I have not got good spells for this. Against the blob. How far away are they? Way too far.
You're the one that I need to be close to, Luke, bastard.
Well, I'll use a free action to heal.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to use hypnotic pattern on this guy.
Okay.
Try and put it to sleep. Because it doesn't seem like much else is working. So it makes a wisdom save.
On a 20.
Saves.
Just saves. Okay. Well. I am going to go 60 feet this way.
What are you doing, Casimir? You gotta huddle up.
I'm not going to huddle with you. And that'll be my turn.
All right, Antis, it's your move.
Well, I can get away from the huddle. Everyone huddled to come help me, and now I'm just like,
No, that's fair. Honestly,
I can't afford to huddle.
a part of me really wants somebody to teleport me next to Kashan, like for real. But he would get away really quickly because he could probably move like 1,000 feet.
I think he can move 60. Unless he has above 20 intelligence. Just get smarter. Come on, Belvin.
Yeah, get smart.
I don't need to.
Well, it seems like you do.
In this circumstance, yes.
Yeah.
Can I do a thing? Let me just see how far these people are.
What would you like to do?
Check something. No,
Also,
I
did the
can't
Oblex,
do it. They're
did the Oblex
too
make a
far away.
concentration save for its telekinesis? Has to be 10. It's half the damage your turn.
It did.
Well, I guess it saves, yeah. Just.
Oh, well. Gotta keep on him though, Luke. Make sure he doesn't forget.
Gotta keep calling check.
Yeah, through it.
He's gone mad with red blob.
I have.
Aunties,
I mean, it
get
doesn't-
out of the huddle.
Yeah, what the hell?
Ooh. Wait, I'm just checking on my spells because I need to make sure I get my measurements correctly. And I keep clicking the wrong thing. Okay. There we are. Would you say these creatures are an ooze?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Let me just. I can make it to. By the way, I can't left click and right click because my Mac keyboard.
Oh, Max.
That's okay.
My Mac
That's why.
mouse
So
You mean like this?
you want to go to here, correct?
With
You know
a
what?
normal
I
mouse?
just want to get as far. Oh no! Don't make fun of me.
Stop it. Stop it.
Don't make fun of me. That's so
Okay.
mean. I want to go my full 45 feet, but get in a way where I can hit them both. They seem to be. I reckon.
Hit them both with what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and hit them both with a sunbeam.
Wait, what's the range? If it's a beam.
It's
Is it-
60 foot long
And
and
is it a
5 foot wide.
like lightning bolt?
Oh, you'd have to be like over here then. If you want to hit him with a line like that. What do you say? 60 foot long. So it's only like just big enough if you're next to Kashan.
No, I'm not trying to hit Kashan.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to hit
Oh,
both
hit those two.
the
Right.
the oozes because oozes have disadvantage.
I mean, if you just here,
So that would hit both.
yeah, if
right?
it
Yeah,
just
that would,
here,
that would hit both.
Yeah.
you'd be able to hit both.
But
Yeah.
how close would she be to the Dark Star?
You'd be right on the cups of the Dark Star.
Just don't touch it.
But you'd be able to do it. But you wouldn't be
I'm
in
gonna
it.
do it.
You wouldn't be affected by it. Yeah, do it. Do it.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Do the raw.
Do it right.
I love shit. Oh.
I love you, Daddy.
All right.
Daddy is getting away and do something.
You hold up your hand to fire a blast, and they have to make Constitution saving throws. So it's just gonna be
Yes,
one.
but they're at disadvantage.
Oh, all right then. An 11. You see that otar?
Yeah,
Is
because I
burned
imagine
away.
the way she'd aim it, it'd be like right upon the tentacle part.
Yes. So it obliterates the tentacle coming out, and then hits,
She's aiming it more towards Macaf. Like,
and then it just hits McCaff square in the chest. For 30 points of damage.
yeah, and she's gonna aim it at her and just yell, "He feels nothing for you. You're replaceable."
As the beam begins to fade, you can make a perception check for me at advantage because she's glowing.
Actually, she'll say that and she'll end it with, "I'm sorry." Perception advantage.
Yes. So with that, you can see that floating within the red mass just head level, but not within a part of the Macaf form itself, but within the red blob at the same height as her head, is a floating skull. And you can...
Susan, she's just gonna look at Kashan and just go, "You absolute monster."
What would you know? As he forces his hand out towards you. As you feel a wave of gravitational energy push against you.
No, why would you do that to me?
As he casts Pulse Wave.
Luke,
That's not real. That's not a real spell.
Is he...
don't you have your reaction still?
Fuck, muted. What do you say? It was Pulse Wave.
Pulse Wave. So he...
Is that a spell?
It is a spell.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
I've never
spell.
heard of it either.
I was like, that's not a spell.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a spell. But I can counterspell it if it is a spell.
It is a
I have
spell.
to make a.
Okay. I'll just go third level because I have no idea what it is.
Okay,
Wait, I
and
have to make a con save.
you do need to make a con save.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Oh.
no, I do.
One sec before we do anything. I need
Okay.
Luke to make me a wisdom saving throw as he's doing a reaction spell to you.
Wait, he's doing a reaction spell to my
Yes, so...
counterspell.
Yes.
Okay. 19.
19. Before you finish your counter spell,
Mm-hmm.
he gets a quick word out, and you are shunted from this reality.
What the fuck?
You vanish away. Now, Antes can make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay, so it still uses the spell.
No, it's con.
Con. My mistake. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, that wasn't a grateful thank you.
Oh, fair enough.
That was a shutting you up thank you.
That's good, but...
Con. I think I'm okay.
I think you are very okay. As...
But he pulls me closer.
If you succeed, does he still? He doesn't still push you or pull you.
You don't...
No. On a 6, top of my percentage, each creature face. Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah, I only take half damage. But
Yes, you're only going to take half damage, so he's not... you don't get pushed forward. You don't get pushed
sorry,
back.
I read that wrong.
Oh, good. You don't get pushed
just-
back into the Dark Star.
She's just staring at him. Like.
Yeah. Okay. So that spell's from Wildmount.
Yeah.
It's the. It's like Dark Star on that.
That's
As-
why I'm like, I don't think any of these are real. Kyle's just like, yeah, I'm going for this.
That's not all homebrew. This is Wildmount stuff.
What was the damage?
It was 12 points of force damage.
Okay, that I can do. Casimir disappearing, I can't do.
You see, as the
Bye, everybody.
as the red walks towards, again, drifting lazily over the ground, there is another tendril that comes out that then begins to shape out and reform as yourself comes towards you, Antis. But before you became who you are now, tethered by the tail to the red, in synchronization with the red, your old Macaf self reaches out towards you, caresses you on the head and says, "Join us. It's for the best." You can make a wisdom saving throw.
What was?
Oh,
No, 'cause
and
I have to
D4.
And a D4.
Oh, I should have probably luck died that.
I don't think you could have, not with this D4.
No.
Pretty sure it's
No.
21 against these two.
Yeah.
So your D4 changes to a D6. And you're going to take 44 points of psychic damage.
Oof.
It's better with us, and you can see. Make an insight check.
Is my focus drawn to this Macaf, or am I still able to look away?
Yes, this is you. This is your old form.
Yeah, but am I able to look away from this?
Ah, yes, you
Or
are. Yes.
Am I just okay? I wasn't sure if it was like you're just so enraptured by this. She's actually gonna look down at this tiny. And just go, you're not real. You're a fake imposter. Misshapen doll.
Now you can make an.
And she's gonna look at. She's saying that originally to her, and she's gonna look over to Red. Nothing more than his pretty little plaything, and you know it.
Now you can make an intimidation check at advantage.
And she's just like, fuck you. Fuck you. Quit doing this. What was it? Sorry?
Intimidation at advantage.
Cute.
And that's where we're going to end our session.
Oh!
As you see Macaf the Red's head, her facial expression convey that of doubt, disdain, and confusion. As the fingertips of the delicate, small form of Macaf that you all knew begins to cry, while still having her hand up against Antisa's head. That emotion transcends and carries over to the Red, who begins to scream in confusion. And we'll find out what happens next time on Dragon's Brew D&D.
Oof.
Yeah. So, thank you so much, everyone, for tonight. Especially for sticking with us through the technical difficulties we were having. But you know what? It was a great stream. It was a great fight. And this is going to carry over into next week, where you'll find us same time for Dragon's Brew D&D. So let's just see if there's anyone that we could go for a raid. So let's just throw the raid command up.
I will chuck something out there, because usually Kyle has the Vice on Sundays, and that's no longer a thing. But I would recommend, if you do want more of a D&D fix, I'm not going to do this because there's like 100+ episodes and I can barely keep up with this campaign. There is a whole campaign, The Vice. It's a wonderful story. If you have seen bits and pieces, I definitely recommend seeing their latest question stream. It was fun being able to see what the players' favorite moments were. And my favorite question, if you had to play someone else in the campaign, who would you play, was answered.
It was a great question.
I will also chuck out there our beautiful Dragons of Cats is doing more and more streams. They are as erratic as his abilities to manage a stream. As you can see tonight, you'll never know when those streams are happening. Mecha Monday might be the only one, but he also streamed at midday today, so
It's now Mecha Week. That's all.
Mecha Week every week. Also, we have another player who isn't really a player anymore, but don't tell him that. Joygasm does now farming streams. He has a cool farming setup. Plays skateboarding games. It's just straight Excel. And don't know, but he usually plays Pokemon on Sunday afternoons. So if you want some more streaming that isn't D&D related, Dragons and Cats will be streaming whenever Dragons and Cats feels like it, and Robbie is also pretty inconsistent now that I talk about it.
And
because he's home.
Yeah, I feel like between the two of us, there's going to be some Skater XL shenanigans happening between us. And
between the two of them, there's a stream every night.
Yeah.
So,
but for the moment, we're going to reel on back to the Vice and go visit our nice old friend, our good guy Pie, as they're playing some video games right now. So they're playing
if you do
Troubleshooter.
stay around for Good Guy Pie, ask him about his favorite books. He does good book reviews.
He does
and that's
great
one
book
thing I will miss from the Vice.
So until next time, friends, foes, and familiars, remember to keep rolling those 20s. Kindness is a free action, and we'll find out next time on Dragon's Brew D&D. Goodbye!